Curry on in, snuggle on down, and welcome to October Hoog 2024. My name's Kirstin. This is my channel where I art and craft, and it's lovely to have you with me as I do my own wee launch for October Hoog 2024. This is a collaboration hosted by Karin at Creative Paper Artisan and Stacy-Crafty Dragon Creations. It begins next Sunday, the 29th of September, when Stacy and Karin will start off their signatures. During the course of that and each of the 4 weeks, 2 other people will create on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. On Thursdays, Fridays and Saturdays, it's over to you, the viewer, to catch up or create or whatever. We don't want to overload you with too much content, although there might be some other additional little bits of content. You might be wondering what hoog means. It's a Danish word and it means, well, there isn't a direct translation. It is that feeling, that essence of when everything is just right with the world, but in a cozy way. So when you are all cozied up with your favourite people, or maybe by yourself, and everything is just perfect, but it's in the kind of autumnal winter months. It's not during the summer, it's not on a beach, unless the beach is a fire and you've got your blanket over you and there's a nip in the air and it's kind of an autumn beach. It could be an autumn beach, but it's more about a feeling of security and comfort and somewhere where you can feel fully you. Shall we talk about the kits? Let's talk about the kits. There are 2 kits. There is the kit from Stacy at Crafty Dragon Creations. It's fall, y'all. And this is full of those bright autumnal colours, those rich reds, those bright oranges and yellows, the kind of sunny day autumnal feeling when the sun comes through the leaves and it's like stained glass. A tree can turn into almost like stained glass. She's got mushrooms, there's lots of pumpkins, flowers, we've even got a little gnome somewhere, and there's a couple of animals. She's got these wonderful distress papers as well. So that's Stacey's kit, and she has 48 pages. And this is Karin's kit, Cozy Woodland, and it is very cozy. Her palette is a more muted one. These kind of delicate shades of brown and orange and green, and those piles of leaves on a crispy morning that are just all kinds of, how many different shades of orange can a leaf really have? There is also some beautiful watercolour images in these pictures. She has pages that are lovely, absolutely glorious watercolour images on them. So the kits, although they're in slightly different hues, do kind of marry. Karin's kit is basically woodland animals. There is the odd pumpkin, there's lots of leaves and things in it. But Karin's kit is a cozy woodland. So it doesn't have the lamps. It doesn't actually even have very many, if any, toadstools in it from what I can remember. But they do, the kits while being different, do kind of go together because it's a similar kind of theme, and you could easily use these 2 kits together. When it comes to printing your kits, I need to just make you aware of a few things. Firstly, if you are not using American US letter size, if you are anywhere else in the rest of the world, then you know that you need to change for your A4. If you're new to digitals, then this is what happens if you just print as is. You end up losing the bottom, the top and the sides of your image. Stacy gives you full pages in her kit. Karin gives you a bit of branding at the bottom. So this is Karin's printed just as is. So you can see that US letter size means you don't get all of it. So if Karin's was a full page and Karin has some background pages, then you will miss the edges of the background pages as well. But that's less of an issue than missing half a squirrel or a fox. But if you want to use these kits together, then the best way to do that is actually to shrink Stacy's down to shrink to fit, and then you will find you have the same size border as Karin's kit. You won't have the same height, and you'll need to work that out depending on the images, the actual images that you're using. For example, on this particular example, I wouldn't want to cut off the bottom of this page. I'd cut off the top of this page, and I'd start at the bottom of that page there. So you just lose some trees across the top. If you want to print back on back, then unless you want to do some very convoluted maths, avoid things that are on the edges of pages. Use, and mix it if you're mixing the kits up. Use Stacy's images that are kind of, the plaids and things on the back, or use the ones that are leaves or pumpkins on the back, so that you're not having to worry about cutting that off. The same the other way, because if you put some of Karin's lovely watercolour ones on the back of this, then you can easily just cut off the top of this. But if you want to put journal page on journal page, it's going to be very complicated for you if you're mixing the kits. Just to be aware of that before you print out 48 or 45 pages. Because the kits do work lovely together, but there is that thing you must be aware of. As always, there is a giveaway with this collaboration, and to enter the giveaway, what you will need to do is comment on each of these videos. So every week there is 8 videos for you to comment on. So every single one of the videos that is mentioned on here, you need to comment on if you want an entry into the drawing. If you want an extra entry, then after this last video is finished on the 23rd of October, which is Santhi and I, you then have got another week to complete your journal. Post that in either Creative Paper Artisan or Crafty Dragon Creations Facebook page, and you'll get an extra entry into the drawing. There's lots of fab prizes. So if you want to enter the competition to win some of the prizes, I think Karin and Stacy will probably be telling you about the prizes at some point. Then remember, you've got to starting, not this video doesn't count, starting from the 29th of September, you've got to, all videos on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, all videos on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you've got to comment on. You don't need to comment on this or anybody else's launch video. I hope you'll have fun. If you want to already download the kit and get started with printing off and so that you're ready, and maybe you just want to follow along and do what somebody, or take a bit of inspiration from everybody, then this gives you a chance to already download the kit so that you can have a look and get started, or the kits. But if you don't want to do that, then there are going to be freebies, and you can use whatever you already have. Don't feel that you have to have the kits to join in this. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you with my signatures for this on the 2nd of October, next Wednesday. By then, everybody else will have already posted, so you'll have already seen their ideas. But I can almost guarantee none of them are going to be doing what I'm doing. So it's worth hanging on for the coo's tail and having a look to see what she's up to. Until then, you take care. There'll be other videos on other stuff coming along. Keep crafting, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.